Okay, today I'm going to do a simple video on how to do a nice background, the beachy background you can use it for your transfer prints, or I like to use them to white quotes on. It's just simple. I'm just using a few colors. A turquoise color, it's like a medium turquoise. This one is it says greenish blue, but it's far more bluish than green. And it's a dark one. And these are Amsterdam. That's my go-to now, usually. This is the Master's Touch acrylic. And this is yellow ochre. Yellow ochre is yellow ochre no matter where you use it. I might use a red. I did on one of mine for a sunset and it looked nice, but I don't know if I will on this one. And white. That's all I'm using right now for this first one. And basically, it's very simple. I'm just doing the blue on the water, and I'm using the dark blue. I have a little of the light blue still on the brayer, but it's not doing that much to it. And then I'm using the light blue at the top, or the turquoise. And I'm not cleaning the brayer in between, the colors are mixing. And I'm coming down. I don't know, about a third at the bottom is going to be the dark blue. But I'm going to pull some up, overlap, and then pull it up so that the colors are mixing. This is very dark. You might want to go lighter with lighter colors. I mean, it's up to you. It's your... But this is how I do it. And this is the simplest. Just using a little white. Get a little white dot there. I hope it doesn't. I'm just getting it on. See, I'm putting it on just the edge of the brayer. See, just the end. Then I'm swirling it around and turning and swirling until I get something that kind of looks... And I'm going to go get a little bit more on the whole brayer. I'm going to pull some of that off and turning and swirling it. See how I'm just doing loops? That's your waves coming in. Simple. I'm just going to pull this up real quick. Not trying to pull it too... I mean, if you leave this overnight, it'll come up, or for a couple hours, or out in this heat. I've got the air conditioner off, so... You'll see that's number one. I don't know how well you can see that. It's just a simple... It's just an abstract... And now you go over the top of that. Now I'm going to lighten the top. And if you have trouble getting a nice line, you can do it this way. Okay, I want it a little bit lighter. There we go. I want those dots. So you can do a lot of things with your brayer just by twisting and pulling it. I'm going to go back down here. This time I'm going to mix it over there so it's mixed with the... And actually, if you want, the yellow ochre can be done down here for a beach. I'll do that on the next one. Now, I don't want it to be a solid color. I want it to look mottled, and like I said, this is kind of the impression of water. It's not water. And I kind of like the way this guy looks. You can It's light enough so I can write some quote or something on it. My handwriting is not getting any better, even though I'm trying and trying, but... Alright, I'm doing the same thing, just getting it on the end, swirling it around so it's not pure white. And I'm going to go in and make my waves. This time I'm going to make it look like a tsunami here coming. Some really hefty waves. Yeah, that's kind of nice and plain. I like that. But that's what I'm doing. Plain backgrounds. Plain waterscape backgrounds. That will work for you to print over. Or just use them like this. I mean, day at the beach. You make nice journal pages. Well, that spot's clear, but that one's interesting. And I have several of these that I did because I'm doing some for a project I'm doing. So let's do one with the beach. I'm using this yellow ochre, which is, I don't know, kind of yellow for a beach, but I'll put a little white in it. I like my beaches to be a little yellowy. I honeymooned years ago in Hawaii, and I do mean it's my first marriage, so it's years ago. And we took this tour where we went to beaches that were different colors. I just loved that. I always thought beaches were just, you know, tan, but they're not. There's my beach. Now you can also do it with, if you like doing the small details, you can bring a brush in or whatever. But you can also use a Q-tip to go along the edge. Make your line where the water's coming in. And well, let me get that yellow off before I go over it. I want yellow water. And you can go over it a little, smooth it out a little bit. Pull some of it back into the waves. See, I'm just pouncing it with my brayer, trying to get that white out into the water. And I don't like that right there, so that's coming up. Just go back and get some blue. Now, what I'm going to do is go over that pure blue. Just lightly though. See, I'm just taking a little bit of the blue, going over it. I really don't like that spot right there. I might go over it deeper with that. There we go. So it just looks like varied movement in the water. I like that. And I'll just use this for the sky. Pick it up, pick up a little white to go with it. junk is in the way, unfortunately. There, I got that like I like it up there. I'm just going to get a little bit darker for down here. Now you could put that card on there if you want a nice sharp line, but I'm not worried about it. If you keep going back and forth, it'll definitely make a line. Just be careful you're not pulling the paint back off instead of putting it on. And that'll have a beachy look to it. There's a nice soft beach look. I'm not happy with the green looking beach, but and you keep doing it, and they look better as you go over and over them. I mean, every time you put another blue, or I mean, you can pull a different blue out of your box and try that. Let's try this brighter blue. Try mixing the blues with a little white. But just by moving your brayer in a different way than you normally do, you can make motion. And there's another way. I'll do this one simply, very simply. But I made these, and I have a video on how to make these. They're just that sticky back foam. You just cut it, and I just cut it in wavy lines. If you want a real abstract one, you can. I hate straight lines. Just something simple like that. You can see, nice, simple, and I will put the pictures of these at the end so you can see. Or the other thing, if you don't have a stamp like I do, is just use your Q-tips to make wavy lines. You can also, if you want clouds, just use, I have a bunch of sponges here. Here's one of them. It's one of those makeup sponges. I'm just going to sponge on some clouds. With what I've got left of the white over here. An area that just looks a little more cloudy. You can put some more white in. And you can use, just like you used to when you were a kid, finger painting. Use many things. Paper towel, that can make sponges too. I mean sponges. That can make clouds too. Boy, my speech today is... I haven't had my coffee yet. I mean, that's it. So you just tap in some clouds. Just keep going over them to soften them. Or I don't have any paint here. Let's pull that one up and see what we got. Well, we won't have much because a lot of it's already dry. But you can overprint over them. Like if I wanted to, I would tape this down before I pulled it up. and what I didn't get, where I didn't get something. Like I said, the paint's pretty dry, but I want you to see the effect of just a Q-tip. Right, these little waves. And the clouds didn't come out, but you get the idea. Okay, let's do a waterscape with these two colors. This is Amsterdam turquoise and Amsterdam green blue or blue green. I think it's blue green. It's a dark color. And as usual, I put too much on there. Pull some off onto that. Move that over a bit. It's in my way. And I don't mind the colors mixing. Gotta put something else into it though. I'm gonna put a little bit of white into, ooh, not red. No, we used to mix some white. A little bit of white in that top. And I'm gonna use a piece of cardboard to get a good line. I'll fix that bottom half. It's not lightening up much, is it? Well, it gives me a good line down there. Now what I'm going to do, lighten it up at the beach, is I've got these, got my texture plates on. This is hot glue or Elmer's glue onto just plain cardboard box. And I'm just going to play with these and see what I can get. A lot of these are really old. Some of them are fairly new. I did a video on how to do these not that long ago. I'm just going to pull this one up. Yeah. Like the slob today. Trying to get a certain look for my journal. I wanted a couple pages of beach scenes because I grew up in Narragansett Bay and I love the beach. Ah, I didn't get the wrinkle. Now see, that's what happens when you don't press down that fold in this paper, but that's just the top one, so we can go over it. Now, let's smooth that out. Alright, I don't want you to stick here. Let's go up a little bit. Smooth it out. Background. I'm going to put another color on that bottom. Something brighter. I ordered some more paint this week. It has not come in yet. Don't know if I ordered blues, but I guess I need them. I got 2 new ones last week. These first 2 I used. Alright, now we're going to do that again with these. Only we're going to do, just come up the water. And I'm going over them with different ones so that it's not just a pattern, it's just, it'll just look like motion. It won't look like a particular pattern. I'm trying to hide the patterns. I know, what's the sense of doing them then turn around and hiding them, but what I want this for, there go my sunglasses. What I want this for is a journal where I'm going to do some writing on it. Now this time, I'll be careful about doing one side and then getting that crease out, because that last one, the crease stayed in it. Alright. And I've done these a couple days, so there'll be some at the end that you haven't seen being made. Oh, now I like that. That's exactly what I'm looking for. Just a faint print, and when I write over it, you'll be able to tell that it's a seascape in the background, but it won't obscure the writing. That's what I'm looking for. And I may take these and do some collage with it, because you know, you can collage boats and stuff over it. It really look cool. I may do that. Let's go back over it with the paint we just got. Go back to what we had originally. I find my white. This mixing white is nice, but I think it needs to be lighter in the sky. It is hot out here today, and as you know, if I'm talking on the video, I can't have the air conditioner on. I'm going to have to learn to be happy with voiceovers or die of the Texas heat. So if you don't hear from me again, it's that I died of the Texas heat. Do the bottom first, keep the dark dark. I'm not going to worry about a nice straight line with this one. I'll figure it out. Too much paint. What is wrong with me today? I gotta get over this. Alright, so let's do this one over and over and see what happens. Go right to the edge with it. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Actually, I kind of like what that's doing. Oh my goodness. I really like what that did. Let's pull it up though, because it's not exactly what I wanted. And what I like about doing stuff like this, I like working in a series, even though, you know, most of these will end up getting cut up for collage. But if you work in a series, you really find yourself working towards something. And I like that. There's some nice effects in that one. And like these areas where there's no paint, I mean, you can go back with your paintbrush, a little watered down paint once it's totally dry, and touch those up a little. And if you're very careful and use the right colors, it doesn't even show. I like what's going on the bottom here. I'm going to just put some white over it and some white on the top. Let's not go crazy though. Let's see if I can't pull this up. Again. What was it? I did just go along the edge. I like that. I think I've got a video of, this video is going to be a bits and pieces, because like I said, I've been doing this for 2 days, trying to get like 4 good ones that I actually want to write on. And oh my god, I love this one. Let's get those whites out of there. Oh, look at that. Not fond of the sky, but I could cut this sea out and put it to one where I do like the sky. And that would work for me. Okay, well, I'm done with this session because I'm dying of the heat. And there'll be another one after this with different things. And hopefully I can put this in between the 2 that I've done before and have one whole video. Everything's in bits and pieces lately. Thank you very much. Stay tuned for the rest.